How's it going, guys? So we're getting our video out, getting this recording a little later than I normally want this, talking, hang out with the fam. So we're doing one a little more different, a Pokemon Battle Royale, and I already looked it up, and it's just the main Generation 1 starters, which is Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, except for their main evolutions, so Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. Now, if you're someone who's never actually played Pokemon, then you would have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. You know, you don't play video games whatsoever. And there are quite a bit of people who have never played Pokemon just because it probably doesn't catch your interest. Pokemon are basically just a alternate universe of just animals that basically have the intelligence of human beings. In a sense, they have different evolutionary changes that give them powers over certain elements. And for ones like Charizard, for instance, he has the elements of flying and fire, but his main specialty is a fire type. With Blastoise, he is basically a giant, a walking giant tortoise that has two cannons on the mountain of his shoulders that he blasts water with. And Venusaur is basically a giant walking frog that's a completely plant-based type of frog, so it's their grass type. And I go through the whole chart of who's weak against what, who's strong against the other, and it's strictly just for these three. Blastoise, being water will beat fire will beat grass, and grass beats water. So depending who gets their moves off first, so it's depending who's going to win. When it comes to overall, if you want a good defense type of Pokemon, go with Blastoise. He's basically your tank. If you want someone who's kind of like a bruiser, who has got a lot of health, go something like a Venusaur. If you want something that's kind of a glass cannon who's high in speed, go for Charizard. But in this one, I'll be shocked to find out Charizard wins, because Charizard is my personal favorite. A lot of people love Squirtle. Bulbasaur, barely, his entire evolution barely gets any love. There's barely any grass to love starters out there. It's usually right between, Charizard and Blastoise. And of course, Blastoise is usually going to win 9 out of 10 times to Charizard. I'm going to go with Charizard. And I'm hoping we're going to take the win for our fire type lovers out there. But let's find out. And of course, if there's any music, it's going to get muted.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all. It's time for a death battle with the Pokemon.
Yep, that's getting muted. I don't trust any music. Even if it's Pokemon type of music, YouTube will have a giant fit about it. And I think they just put that in a lower quality. Yes, it did. It's usually music that actually has lyrics or people singing. That's what tends to get the most copyrighted claims. But even just rhythm music like Pokemon will usually get claimed too. So, really annoying. So if Venusaur can take out Blastoise right now, their main threat is Blastoise. Because even a good defensive Blastoise can hold up against a Venusaur, especially if he has something like Ice Beam. And Ice is another type of one that's in there that's effective against flying and grass type. Oh, he's going solar. Oh, no, he's going health up. Accuracy. Is he going solar beam? Solar beam is a grass type move. No, he's going Fine Whip. Why would he use Fine Whip? Why would he use it on the Charizard? He used solar beam on the Charizard. And he's using flamethrower. Solar Beam is a 120 power move, I think, with 100% accuracy. But it's a two-turn move, so it takes one turn to recharge and the other turn to actually use the attack. You are not telling me Venusaur just won. Oh. See, this is a mistake. He should have let Venusaur fight Blastoise, because I can already tell you right now, Blastoise is going to beat Charizard. Unless Charizard can somehow pull it, he's not beating Blastoise. Especially Blastoise, he used Sleep. Sleep is a move where it puts your Pokemon to sleep and gives them full health regeneration, but you can usually last up to 5 turns before they can attack again. If he uses Hydro Pump, it's game over. Oh, he used rain, which is going to weaken fire type moves. It's an environmental type of thing. Oh, yep. That's game over. He used head bash. He's using bite. He ripped off his wings. Yep, Charizard lost. What? Oh, we're back. Stupid advertisement. Damn. Like I said, if Charizard and Venusaur would have gamed up on Blastoise, it would have been a game over. Because Venusaur alone could have beaten Blastoise, and then Charizard would have beaten Venusaur, so. But we fire types ain't taking that win today. Damn shame.
Charizard! No! Oh, and Froggy plant whatever a sword. Charizard's greater speed allowed first attack, and its proud warrior mentality led to striking Blastoise first. But Venusaur knew he had to take Charizard down right away, so everyone's favorite fire lizard was doomed, taking too much damage early on from 2 different angles. But poor Venusaur didn't stand a chance against Charizard's dual typing, and the bulky defense of Blastoise was more than enough to outlast both of them. Also, since Charizard and Venusaur do not naturally learn Sunny Day, they could not counter the Rain Dance. But Wizard, shouldn't they all just counter each other? Yes, the rock, paper, scissors factor is a bit tricky. Grass beats water, water beats fire, fire beats grass. But ultimately, the core of any Pokemon battle boils down to mathematics. Every attack does a specific amount of damage with specific effects to specific types with a specific accuracy. And each Pokemon's stats are clearly displayed in the good old Pokédex. So, by comparing every move, effect, choice order, and likeliness of occurrence, there are over 7,000 different possible ways this Battle Royale could play out. And out of all potential matches, Blastoise wins the majority. Even when removing type effectiveness entirely and pitting attack and special attack against defense and special defense, factoring in health and speed, the Turtle Tank still takes it. Blastoise H2-owned. The winner is Blastoise.
Can't be helped. Yeah, there's like, God, what, 10 or 11 Pokemon games now? Somewhere around there. As long as Nintendo can continue to milk that goddamn game, they're going to. And one of the characters is named Ash Ketchum, and that character's been around since Pokemon came out. I think what, 95, I think. And he's like, what, 10, 12, 13 years old, somewhere within that range. And they have not aged that character ever since. And it's been, what, 20-something years later, at least? So, by now, that character would be in, like, their mid-30s, at least. But, I don't know, Nintendo's kind of weird about that type of stuff, so. But, for me, grew up with first-generation Pokemon Blue. All my Pokemon players know what I'm talking about. It comes out of the generations. I'd probably have to say Generation 3 is probably my all-time favorite. I know that one doesn't get as much love because a lot of people are iffy about it. But that's just me. You know, when they started doing the open world thing, I think it was after, what, Generation 8, so that's the one that took place in England, I think it is. You know, and then they started making, like, giant-ass Pokemon and stuff like that. I pretty much lost interest. I stopped after they made, was it Generation 7, that was the Pokemon that was in Hawaii, you know, and that's when they started making, God, what was it? Wasn't Mega Evolutions, because that was in Generation 6, and there was another one that was like, I can't remember what the hell they're called, but they were like Mega Legendary Pokemon, or whatever the hell they were called. They were just kind of like monsters that were turned into Pokemon, and but after that, I mean, it's, God, there's like, I don't even remember, like, maybe over 1,000 Pokemon, somewhere in there. Last I checked, there was like 800 or 900, you know, so, like I said, Nintendo's gonna milk that game as much as they can, so. And apologize if the green screen seems a little messed up. Can't be helped. I might even just completely remove the green screen because I have my bookcase beyond there, so until I get a brand new stand for that too. And apologies if you hear my ceiling fan. But either way, please be staying safe, healthy and sanitized. Drop comments, think about subscribing, and let me know what Pokemon generations you grew up with, you know, and which one's your favorites, and have you played the other generation ones? And I'll make sure to check them all out. See you guys.